How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be talking about Bloody New Year. So at the time of recording, I'm in that period between Christmas and New Year's, and I was going out. One of my relatives gave me a gift card, and I took it to where, of course, I'd want to spend it, the used movie store, and I came across this movie released by Vinegar Syndrome here, and I didn't know anything about it, but Vinegar Syndrome's one of those companies. They put out a lot of great, fun stuff, you know, usually kind of cheesy, and I'm like, hey, it's around New Year's, it's a New Year's movie, why not pick it up and give it a watch? So yeah, Bloody New Year from 1986 according to the box, 1987 according to IMDb. I'm guessing British versus American release because this is actually a British film. I guess that explains the Bloody New Year. Directed by Norman J. Warren. This is a really weird supernatural horror movie, ghost in a haunted hotel, and it's really fun. To kind of give you the setup, the scene that introduces our characters, they're at this amusement park, affairs by the sea, and there is it's like a teacup ride. They're not teacups, but you know what I mean, where they spin you around, and there's these two hoodlums that grab this girl's card and start spinning it way too fast, and they won't let her off the ride. So her friends come to get her off, and the hoodlums, they start to attack the friends, and then the guy who's operating the ride is apparently in on it with them, and then they have this crazy chase scene through the carnival, including going through a haunted house, and someone and their friends decides to literally drive a car through the place to get them out. And it was watching this scene that I'm like, this is really weird, and the movie stays that way. There's lots of weird and fun stuff in this. Anyway, after that, they decide to go sailing in their boat and get crashed on an island. So already a weird fare, then they're sailing, and now they're crashed on an island. And the island has the Grand Island Hotel, who, due to a tragic circumstance, is stuck on New Year's Eve 1959. So even though the real world, I think they say it's somewhere like July, in the hotel, it's always New Year's Eve 1959. And all sorts of crazy ghost stuff happens. Let me tell you, there's like a bird newel post that comes alive, electronics like a vacuum cleaner, and a little dancing Santa start turning on. There, you know, people, the very first scene actually, the prologue, someone gets pulled through a mirror, all sorts of crazy ghost stuff. Film comes alive and attacks someone, and you think, okay, those are pretty big and crazy stuff, but I'm not spoiling much of the movie. Like, those are just a tiny drop of things, and compared to how much crazy stuff happens here. And I read a reviewer on IMDb, they thought it was boring. I'm like, how, this movie where random stuff comes to life and things fly around, and yeah, it is kind of random, something will happen and you'll be like, wait, why'd that happen? And sometimes it's explained, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's kind of explained. And if you like really just goofy, cheesy movies, another reviewer on IMDb compared this to The Evil Dead, which is much more accurate as far as, you know, like the weird and wacky comedy of especially Evil Dead 2. Although more a random type of nature in this movie, and I feel that is a pretty good comparison, although I do want to say that this movie has significantly less gore and is not near as grungy. Might be something to do with England's traditionally high censorship level. Modern day, this is only a PG-13. I don't know if it is actually rated, but by modern standards. But that being said, I don't want to discredit it. A lot of people, when they hear the rating, will think, oh, it's tame, but this is fun. It's one of the fun ones. It's something I definitely would recommend. If you're into the wild and zany movies. Haunted Hotel, things come to life. It's cool, I liked it. Critics probably won't like it, but definitely fun, and I'm really glad Vinegar Syndrome put this out. They put out a ton of movies like this. And, you know, if you have other Vinegar Syndrome releases that you liked, probably want to pick this one up too. It does mention on the back, newly scanned and restored 2K from 35mm archival elements. And that's one thing when you play the movie on this, it has a little thing and it said that this movie's original negatives were accidentally destroyed, because that happens a lot in older film. Nowadays everything's so, you know, keep it in a vault. But the original ones were destroyed, and they found like the best prints they could, and they said, but there are spots it's noticeable and we're sorry. Which when I heard that I was like, ooh, oh man, is this gonna be bad? No, it's a very good print. You guys at Vinegar Syndrome did a good job restoring it. There's only about 3 brief times in the movie where you can see problems with the film, which I think really kind of adds to the charm, especially since this is a goofy movie. And I mean, at times, a film projector even comes alive and spits out film to attack a guy, so it kind of works thematically. But yeah, you see that warning at the front? Don't worry, it's just 3 brief scenes where the film gets a little messed up, and it's not really that bad, and it's not that long. It's actually a really good and cleaned up version. They're like, oh, we cleaned it up the best we could, and like, yes, you guys cleaned this up very nice, don't worry. So thank you, Vinegar Syndrome. I always love to support people that put effort into putting older movies out there that wouldn't have had the best presentation. There's so many times I buy DVDs that just look awful, you know, like bad VHS transfers. And to get a good cleanup on Blu-ray, and this is actually a Blu-ray DVD combo pack with reversible art featuring the movie's original poster. I mean, you know, you guys, you do a good job, and I do really want to keep saying that on this channel, that the people that put out good, clean, well-produced products, I wanna say, hey, you did a good job, and I try to say that whenever I can. But anyway, Bloody New Year by Vinegar Syndrome. If you like Vinegar Syndrome stuff, if you like fun, goofy ghost movies, a little bit like The Evil Dead, not as grungy, but I see the comparison, especially a few things that happen later in the film. Anyway, I'd recommend it. This video, I believe, is going up on New Year's Eve, so everybody have a happy New Year, and I hope 2020 is a great year for you guys. Anyway, I'll see you later. Everybody have a good day, have a good year. I'll see you guys next time.